What's up, guys? Back day today at my buddy's gym, Siege Athletics in New York. It's cold out here in New York, so doing a little warm up. I missed my morning cardio today, so Noah's got some awesome cardio equipment here. I take advantage. As you can see, I'm out of breath. So I'm gonna do a couple of those rounds just to get going, get my blood flowing, open up my arms and shoulders, a little achy, a little tight from the weather. I don't recommend doing intense cardio or HIIT before a big training session. So keep that in mind, but I gotta get moving, loosen up, get a little warmed up. Gonna get started, hit some back today. I've been incorporating deadlifts again in my back day. It's been a while since I wasn't deadlifting, but I like to do them 3/4. So take a little bit of the hamstrings out, focus on the lower lats and the lower back where I believe I need to build more thickness and development for the stage. All right, so getting moving. I won't count that as a working set, 2 plates. Gonna do about 2 or 3 working sets here, not too much. And focusing on 3/4. You hear a lot of guys talk about 3/4 deadlifts where they pull from the knees or above the knees. I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm not a fan of that. I think it's way too high. And it's a easy way to do crazy weight. I like to pull between the knees and the ankle around my shins. And for you taller guys, I definitely recommend it because it takes the hamstrings out of the equation. Focus more on the lats. So with deadlifts, it's hard to really put the focus on the lats if you're just yanking up. You want to get a decently wide grip wherever it's comfortable, flare out your lats, and then pull. You're gonna notice a much bigger difference, but practice that with a light weight. My routine right now, I did hams yesterday, ham and light quad. I gotta change that up. So if you're gonna deadlift, you definitely don't want to do hams a day or 2 before. So I'm feeling it today. So I'm gonna change my split around because I just added deadlifts. So before it was okay without the deadlifts, but now it's a little problematic. You can do hams day after deadlifting, but vice versa is a little bit tough for me at least. So we'll call that a wrap for deadlifts today. Wasn't super heavy, but got a good feel for it. Woke up my lower back. Now we'll move on to upper back. Still focusing on lower lats. So I like to do a lot of underhand grip to target those lower lats because again, that's where I particularly want to improve. But I feel like most guys really have a hard time focusing the lower lats because your back is behind you. Arms, traps, and delts get in the way sometimes of using only your lats. So you really want to focus on trying to target the muscle, not use other muscles, not use momentum. So go easier on the weight until you get that mind-muscle connection and then start increasing the weight. So this is a really unique grip you don't see very often. It's like a mag grip, really natural to the hand, and it allows you to move any way you want, underhand, over. But it's really long, so I had to get on my knees for this one. And I'm turning it in and focusing on keeping my chest out and retracting my shoulders. The best tip I could give you guys, I just threw a questions in my story on my Instagram today, questions regarding back training, and everyone's asking how to develop thicker lats, develop better mid-back definition. And the answer is this: retracting the shoulders back and pinching the shoulder blades. When you do that, just standing still, you guys at home, give this a try. Roll your shoulder back and down, your lat contracts. So if you can track your lat prior to even lifting a weight, you're 10 steps ahead. So biggest mistake guys make is they're just pulling the weight like this. Shoulders forward, chest caved, pulling. You wanna rotate, shoulders back, pinch them back and down, and then move the weight. You're gonna get a much better connection. Give that a try. I promise you guys, you'll notice a difference.
We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will.
I'm gonna break this movement up for you guys real slow while the weight is still light. So before I pull, what I want to do is come back, retract, down, and then pull. See the difference here? Retracting back and down versus just pulling forward. 1, 2, 1, 2. But when I'm doing the actual set, you don't see that because it's a fluid motion. But you want to retract the shoulders back and down, then pull. Same thing with chest. The front delts come into play. So shoulders back and the chest protrudes. These are the little things that make the difference in muscle development, not so much the exercise. Everyone will ask Arnold Schwarzenegger, what do you do for chest? He does the same thing you and I do, but he has a different mind-muscle connection, or he has a different technique. So play around with the weight and see what gives you the best contraction. Not a bad workout. There's some workouts where I just want to go all out and just go crazy heavy. And there's others like today where I really want to focus on that squeeze. The more and more the years go by, I focus a little bit more on that. A lot of you guys see some older bodybuilders or bigger guys training differently. You can't look at them there at that point in their career. I lifted very, very heavy for a long time. So now I've changed my training up a bit. So all type of training should be utilized. It's just about where and when, at what point in your bodybuilding career. I'm gonna start doing Q&As. I'm gonna start either picking questions from under my videos or from social media. I'm gonna pick like anywhere from 2 to 5 questions on a weekly basis and answer them. So I'll start today with a couple questions. One question I've been getting is how do I like formulate and format my workouts? Do I go in the gym knowing what I'm gonna do? Today's workout was just by feel. So reps, sets, and exercises, I go by feel. I'll have an idea of what I want to focus on, but I start training and whatever I feel like doing next, I'll do. And sometimes I don't have a rep range. I'll just go, keep going till I get close to failure or I actually fail. But there are times throughout the year where I have 4, 6, 8 week programs that I follow, where every day I follow what's on my program, the rep range and the exercises. So what I've been doing for the past like 15 years and the past 7 years competing, I'm putting on my app. So 3 or 4 different workout programs and my daily workouts. Aside from that, I have ab training, calf training, nutrition guides, nutrition videos, and training guides. So literally me speaking and explaining a lot of common misconceptions, explaining styles of training, explaining types of diets, and you get to message me through the app and I'll answer your questions or make a video on it. So I'll have a daily feed where you guys, if you don't want to follow a program, you could literally follow the workout I did the day before. I will literally configure the workout and put it in the app on a daily basis. So keep your eyes open for that. I'll put the link right here. You can plug in your email for a chance to sign up for only $1 for the first month. So here's another grip a lot of you guys probably haven't seen. This thing is awesome because you can literally move it further out or closer in. And it also allows you for this, what do we call this? I got bodybuilder brain. For this range of motion. So you're not fixed, right? You can move. So on this particular movement, when I'm pulling down, I'm going a little bit apart. If you guys pay attention, you might see it, but it's not that much, but flaring out is giving me a little bit more of a contraction on my lat up at the widest point under my armpit. Same thing with seated rows. I love this on seated rows, but sometimes I'll take 2 cloth handles and I'll do the seated row and I'll spread apart at the end. So having that flexibility with the range of motion and angles is an awesome plus. So instead of just doing a fixated neutral grip or a close grip, this gives me a lot more flexibility to do different stuff. So And again, this isn't a big, heavy movement, just focusing on the contraction. And if you guys notice, I'm sitting upright as much as possible. When you guys pull back, I'm not saying it's bad, but first of all, too much swaying is momentum. With that being said, pulling a weight from here versus from here is a completely different movement. This is a pull down. This, some of you guys go back so far, it's borderline a row. So keep that in mind. When I'm sitting upright and I'm pulling down, I'm utilizing more of my lats, and I personally feel more contraction on the lower lat. So when you guys are asking me, what should I do to get thicker lower back or lower lats? It's not the exercise. It's not what you do that's as important as how you do it. And that goes for anything in life, but we won't get too deep today. That's the part you always show, 'cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow, mysterious. That's the part you always show, 'cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. So, popular question number 2 about back training, rear delts. Why can't I get my rear delts big? Rear delts are a really, really small muscle. So when you go heavy, you're not using your rear delts. Again, other muscles come into play. Which muscles? The triceps and the traps. So what you want to do is weaken the tricep and the trap during the movement so your rear delt does the work. How do you do that? When you fully elongate a muscle or flex it, it's at the weakest point. So what I do is I lock out my tris so they're not gonna take over, they weaken, and I extend my arms forward, stretching my traps, again, so it weakens. And then I do my rear delts. Now, if I keep a bend like this, I'll be 30, 40% stronger. But doing it this way, I feel a pump, I feel those rear delts working. I do a lot of different exercises for rear delts. I really like these, but this is a light, basic movement. Bent over dumbbells, I'll go a lot heavier, or I'll do it on an incline bench. I'll show you guys that next time. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to subscribe, like this video, and comment below what you guys will like to see next time. I'm gonna be filming consistently for you, so make sure to follow my channel. Follow me on Instagram if you aren't already, and let me know what you guys wanna see next time.